am racist.
Are you serious? Or
100%.
Can black people be racist?
Nah, it's impossible.
You think?
It's systematic. So how can it be? What do we gain from racism? We are not the minorities. We are the majority. It's only in certain parts of the world that we are 2% here, 4%. Nah.
So you think they can't be racist to white people?
How can you be racist to the people that made it? They made racism to fit their cause because they are a dying breed.
To Chinese people?
How?
But
It's systematic. We can't be racist. Unfortunately, the black community, not unfortunately, the black people as a whole, are very accommodating. Have you seen how black people react when a white person comes? We look at them as, it's the savior mentality. We need to stop that.
do you think that still goes on?
Of course it does. How many times when you were growing up as a kid, you wanted to get you wanted to go and see the doctors, and then as soon as you heard it was a black doctor, your parents would probably say, nah, make sure it's a white doctor or an Indian doctor, because they've preached that self-hatred. We don't see ourselves as good as we should do. Think of it, it's a complex, it's an inferiority complex. But now, I go to the best man for the job. But first and foremost, if I'm gonna ink my skin, I'll go to a black tattoo artist because I know he's gonna know the texture of my skin. Or I'll go to a person who knows about my skin. You understand? But things have changed. Certain people will only go to white people because they classify them as professional, and black people don't keep time. And it's all stereotypes. It's all self-hatred talk. You know what I'm saying? We have to do better. We have to learn, exercise.
Can you be racist to white people?
No.
Why not?
Listen, educate yourself on racism. You cannot be racist to white people.
But how? Why?
If you look it up, you'll understand. Cracker.
That's racist?
It's not racist. There's a difference.
If it was the other way around, then I'm racist.
Yes, because who was enslaved?
Why are we throwing it back that far?
Who was enslaved?
Can black people be racist? Let's just say the answer is a little more complicated than a simple yes or no. Some people argue that anyone can be racist, regardless of their race. If you ever had a bad experience with someone, you might catch yourself saying or thinking, I don't like them because of their race, or tying whatever they did to their race. And that, folks, is what we call personal racism. No one's immune to it. But this is where things get tricky. There's also this idea of systemic racism, right? It's not just about what you say or think, it's about power. Can one person, no matter their race, change the system? Can you stop the entire group from accessing housing, education, or I don't know, a decent seat at a restaurant? Probably not. Now, in the case of black people in America, we are not exactly running the systemic show. So if we are talking about personal racism, absolutely, anybody can have a prejudice. But if we are talking about systemic racism, well, that's a different conversation. As black folks, for example, don't have the kind of power to just lock other people out of opportunities. That's where people argue the fact that you can't be racist if the system doesn't back you up. Ultimately, the real question is, are we all racist? And the answer is, well, sort of. We all have some biases, including myself, and you watching right now, right? We all have some biases, the things we need to check and work through. But if we want to move forward, maybe it's not about labeling who can or can't be racist, but figuring out how we dismantle the systemic, the system that make it so hard to live, love, and thrive equally, no matter your color or background. Because in the end, we all have some work to do, right? But hey, at least we're asking the tough questions, which honestly is half the battle. Until next time, please stay safe.